Okay, just wanted to make a quick video of installing SOF2, make it easier for you guys. So here we go. So the first thing you want to do is in the post, I'll post these two links. One will be a link for the game itself, and one will be a link for the DL files which weren't included in the game. So download them too. When you get them downloaded, which I have already done, they'll be in your download folder. And downloads, and one will be called SOF2DLLs, and one will just be called Gold. I use WinRAR, so they come in a WinRAR folder. Now what you need to do is you right click on your desktop and make a new folder and name it SOF2 for Soldier of Fortune 2. Could really name it anything, but so you know what it is, SOF2. Alright, you need to extract these and files and put them into your folder. Now the Gold is the game with the base folder, and all it's pretty big. You can just drag them out, or however you extract them. I just with WinRAR, I could just extract to my desktop SOF2 folder and hit OK. Like I said, this is the whole game here with the maps and everything, so it takes a few seconds, not too big, 50% done already, and I'll download them all into that folder. 80%, 90, 100%. Alright, just make sure that they're in the folder, the base, the PB for Punkbuster, and the SOF2 application. Alright, now with the DLL files, okay, when you go to extract these, your antivirus is going to think that they're viruses, but they're not. Believe me, I double checked all these with, I have the original disk with my DLL files, and they're all the same. So it's just giving you a false positive because they're not packed in with the game. So what you really need to do is go to your antivirus, which I use Norton, and just disable it for a little bit. 15 minutes is fine. Hit OK. And what you want to do is extract all these files to the same folder. Desktop, SOF2. Okay, and these are super small, so they go in pretty much instantly. So if you check your folder, SOF2 folder, you're going to have your base, PB, all your DLL files that you need to run the game, and your SOF2 application to start the game. What you want to do is right click on that, create a shortcut. There's your shortcut, and you can drag it out in your desktop. That way you can launch the game and then close this. Now, before we do anything, for Windows 10, the SOF2 folder needs to be in like Windows 7, you can put it in your x86 files in your C drive, but for Windows 10 it needs to be right in the root directory. So as soon as you go into your C drive, drop them right in there for the game to run properly. Alright, you gotta do that with Windows 10, and there's your shortcut to launch the game. But before we launch the game, make sure you get the SOF2 keys. We can all use the same key in the server we're going to be playing in, so you could use any one of the three keys to work, but make sure you write them down on a piece of paper, because once you launch the game you can't copy and paste them in, so you got to type them in manually. So make sure you write that down on a piece of paper before you launch the game. Alright, here we go. So we're going to launch the game and put in our key. Game loads instantly. I know the music's a little loud, hard to hear, but just type in your key. Got to click on the next box for it to move over. It doesn't even move over automatically. what really messed up? Bar 7E MT7WETF4D0 verify. Still invalid. FMHM MR7E MT7WETF4D. Maybe it's a D0. There you go. Verify. First thing I'm going to do is go into sound and turn that music sound all the way down. So now you can hear me without all that music, and turn your game sound up. Okay, when you first launch the game, you're going to be in the main menu for the player's name. So this is where you put your player's name in. Click on it. It won't backspace. What you got to do is kind of hit the, you could just type it and it'll go over the name, or just hit the backspace and it'll backspace it out when you're clicked on it, and then, or the space bar I mean, and backspace it and type in your name. And there you go. TH4, I don't think so. There we go. Get it right one of these times. Okay. So now you're in the menu here. One of the first things you want to do is get into your settings for your screen, because it sets it super low at 640. So you want to change that up. The highest it'll go is 16 by 1200, which is an older game. So set it up to 16 by 1200. And then everything else, you can pretty much do the same. Hit apply and you'll see the game will get much clearer. Okay, there we go. Now the game's much clearer. Okay, what you want to do, like I said, is make sure that you have your effects sound all the way up, music sound all the way down. These are all your settings up top here. Next one we want to go into is where some settings, team scores, auto switching. You leave all this pretty much the same. The only thing you need to change down here is your brightness. I like getting it a lot brighter, so I turn it just about all the way up. And then your crosshairs are choice from a dot. You got two other ones, no crosshair at all. I prefer, okay, say something like that. Like say whatever you like the best. And the next setting up top here is quality. So everything's set pretty much on low. I don't know why. So change it up to high. Textures, put yes. Simple items stay, put yes. That way you see like guns that are laying on the ground, the sky, change it to fast. Just turn everything up in here, because like I said, it's such an older game. Any computer will play it at max rates. Impact, yes. Shells stay, I always put yes. Body stay, core detail, medium, you can put that on high, and then you're good to go. And then the next one up top here is your modem. Nobody uses modem anymore, so turn that up to cable, DSL cable. Frames per second, the highest it'll go is 115, so turn it up to 115. If you go past it, just click up to it again. 115. Allow download, yes, and nothing else really needs to be changed. Nothing else really needs to be changed. It'll be pretty well set there. The only thing you'll need to mess with is the second button here, which will be your movement. So go to your move key. I use the standard keys, the WAD go inside it forward, so I really don't change anything. The only thing I change is the jump button. I like the jump button to be a space bar, because this game just do a lot of running and jumping. So that's all I need to change there. You can set it to however you like it. Now to play the game, you click down here and there's the computer box. Okay, and you see the server list here is empty. It's because it's on local. We want to change this to internet. Game types all. Punk Buckles to neighbor. You can just put no. And when you click on this box here, generate a game list. And there's your game list right here. Now the problem is, because we just installed the game for the first time, we really don't have none of the mods and custom maps, because there's a lot of custom maps and a lot of mods in this game that servers run. so you won't be able to get into them without downloading the mods. If you clicked on a server and it had a mod, it'll usually let you download it, but it's super slow. It'll take a while to get in. If you look for maps like JOR, which is Jordan Shop 2, you can get into them because they're just stock maps. Now here you can change your ping to get to your lowest ping on up. Now you can look for MDK, Mentally Disturbed Killer Server, because they run pretty much all stock maps that you can get into. And if I go through the list here, when did it go by it? I don't see it. It should be in here. Here it is, MDK Warzone. Click on that. She runs stock maps, so you can get right in. Now you can either double click on that to join the game, or click on this arrow up in the top corner. Click on that, and boom, you're in the game. And so downloaded a little tiny mod because I downloaded on that he runs. It only took a second, and you're in the game and shooting. In the game, here's a map. You can click on here to go through your weapons. AK, MP5, they're some of the best. The rest of them, you know, shotgun, whatever you like. You can change everything. And you basically